Welcome, everybody, to Funeral Nation episode 74. I'm Ryan Thogmartin. That is Jeff, the Funeral Commander Harbison. And Mr. Commander, it's impossible to now count on all the fingers. Like, we're too high.
I can't do that anymore. It's too fast. There's too many. The number's 7-4. Okay, so we're off to the races. So, hey, speaking of 74, the only reason that we're doing this, besides our self-promotion.
Yeah, we like to see ourselves, of course.
Yeah, I do. I like to hear myself talk. It's all about me. But anyway, it's that we have some really great folks. I got to spend some time with Jamie Meredith of the Fast Funding Group last week, C&J, and Rob Bryce down in New Orleans at the OGR conference. What quality people. And you know what? I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to keep saying it. If you have ARs, it's likely that you don't use these folks, and frankly, you're wrong. So anyway, don't listen to me. Listen to this promotion right here.
Hi, I'm Brad Speaks from Speaks Funeral Home in Independence, Missouri. We've used a number of companies to help us with our insurance assignments, and C&J Financial is really heads and shoulders above what we've been used to in the past. Several reasons why I think they do such a great job for us. They pay quickly, so our cash flow is much improved, and instead of taking maybe months to get paid, we typically receive our payment within a day or two. Their website is customer friendly, and they've got technological tools that make it easy for our staff to accomplish their work. They do their investigating before they dive in with a bunch of questions so that they know what they're talking about and are very knowledgeable. They're easy to work with. The people are nice, very pleasant, which is important, but they also have a working knowledge of our business and all of the ins and outs of the transactions, and that's important. For what they do, their fee is very reasonable, and it's hard to imagine how we did this on our own without them, but we couldn't be more pleased with the way that they treat us.
Jeff, what do we have coming up on episode 74?
On today's shows, we're going to chat with a real talent from our profession about dead clowns. Don't want to miss this one. All right. Our spotlight is going to be in Florida, and the WTF, we finally got a third way of disposition besides burial and cremation. I've come up with something great.
Disposition method?
Yes, sir. It's a big time thing. I think it's going to catch on. Just me. What do I know?
Sounds right? Chipper.
All right. So what's the buzz out in the industry, dude?
Mixed up ashes.
Ooh, yeah.
Bad.
You know what? That was a big, and the New York Post actually put this out, that the Frank E. Campbell Funeral Chapel, the ones that are the leaders in our industry, they're under some pressure for a lawsuit that basically they mixed up ashes of two human beings post-cremation. So, what are your thoughts there, Ryan?
I don't know how it happens.
I do. I'll tell you. I'm going to go ahead and get on my soapbox as a commander.
Get it.
It happens because you don't have a standard operating procedure and you don't train. Because funeral directors don't need it. They're professionals. Even baseball players take batting practices before games. Hey, by the way, is everybody ready for this one? Here's the tag headline, okay? We're going to have a new certification. It's going to be a post-cremation mixologist certification. Thanks, guys, for coming up with that.
I got one more question. How does the family know?
That's a good question. I don't know how they did. We're going to have to pay attention to this lawsuit. Frank Campbell, apparently the guys up there, they admitted to it. So anyway.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy out there, Jeff.
Yeah, you know what? These are burning issues that we will always address here at the Funeral Nation. So,
it's on fire.
Yeah, I need a drum set or something. But anyway, this week's Buzz is sponsored by Aftercare.com. How about let's listen to the eloquent Ellery Bowker.
Are you a funeral director who just can't find time to follow up with your families? We all know how important aftercare is, but meeting with families and running a funeral home doesn't leave much time for anything else. The Aftercare Card Program is an automated program that sends out 4 cards plus a survey to your families during the first year following a loss. You simply go to aftercare.com and enroll your family and you're done. It literally takes about a minute and the cost is only $20 per family. Visit aftercare.com today to learn more and get a free sample.
All right, Ryan. So a question for you on our The More You Know Minute. This comes from Sarah in Los Angeles, the big city. Okay. Is Instagram something we should post funeral home information on?
Sarah, it is according to what you call funeral home information. If it's obituaries, big no. If it is relevant content, organic, about your funeral home, transparent, real, what you're doing in the community, absolutely. Instagram is the next platform that makes sense for funeral homes to go all in on. The problem is most funeral homes haven't gone all in on Facebook yet, so that's where we focus the majority of our attention. But that consumer is shifting and the demographic is getting older on Instagram, and the amount of attention that is given to content on Instagram because one image appears on one page load is extremely, extremely valuable because attention and eyeballs is the name of the game.
There you have it. So, Ryan, if somebody wants to contact you and ask you a question, don't you have your email up there on somehow?
Yeah.
Right.
Right here.
All right.
Ryan
Right
at
there.
disruptmedia.co.
All righty. Well, I'm excited now that we have our guest as a personal friend of mine. I've known him a long time.
You have friends?
You're going to enjoy this interview. Yeah, two.
Okay. Me and him. That's good.
All right. Yeah, it's bigger than most people would think. He's a funeral director and a playwright. So let's roll that interview. David, welcome to the Funeral Nation TV show.
Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here.
We've been buddies a long time, so I know a lot about you. How about share a little about yourself and what you do in the funeral profession now?
Let's see. Right now, I'm a general manager for E. Harper and Son Funeral Home in New Haven, Indiana, which is near Fort Wayne, Indiana. I've been doing this for 32 years as a licensed funeral director. Started when I was 16. I worked for the chains. I've worked for the private sector. This is private right now. Also worked for Batesville Casket as a sales rep for 12 years. I know.
We've been forgiven. We've been forgiven. You just publicly say it right now. Bow your head. Bow your head.
The benefit is that I learned a lot from the funeral directors out there. That's the
All right. So you're publicly not going to, you just confessed. So anyway, go ahead.
right. And then I also worked for Aurora Casket Company for 3. So I got 15 years that was on the road, met a lot of funeral directors, learned a lot. Currently working with Tony Colson, who a lot of people know in the industry, who owns the funeral home. And he's got a big announcement coming out tomorrow, a press release. So keep posted for that, folks. I can't say anything right now.
Gotcha.
But we're, a very progressive team, Tony and I. So we are serving the families. We're doing 150 calls right now.
Cool.
It's fantastic. Yeah. Well,
thank you.
David, you've got a passion outside the funeral profession. Can you share with us what that is?
Well, I'm an actor. I'm also a writer. I write screenplays. I also write plays, stage plays. I've been acting since I was 13 and started getting into film as well. So I've done television, film. I have an agent who gets me work and just all kinds of crazy things. But lately the passion is focused back into writing, and it's been great doing that on the side when you can get away. Yeah.
Wow. It's interesting. I think we have a similar path, but you didn't know it. I've been acting like a nice person all my life. So you have no idea. But anyway, look, it ain't about me here. Well, it normally is. But anyway, so you have written a play called My Dead Clown and recently received an award. So please tell us about that.
Okay, so My Dead Clown, originally I wrote it about 10 years ago as a movie, and it won an award in Cleveland at a screenplay competition. And then recently a stage play competition came up, and a lot of my friends said, you really need to turn that into a play. It'd be a great play. And I thought, well, you might be right. So I reconverted it into a play, submitted it, and won an award. And it's been amazing what's happened since then.
Wow, that's just phenomenal. I think it's I think it's so interesting that we have so many people in our industry with outside talents, and that one is highly unique. And it's not just acting, but you created an entire play on your own. So tell us the results of the accolades that you got from the award.
Well, what had happened is that the actual I did not get first place. The gentleman that got first place had it actually produced. The theater put on with actors, the whole deal, the whole stage show. Mine was a reading. So we had actors come up and do the motions and read through the whole play. And the crowd loved it. And I was invited downstage, and they had a moderator, and we talked about the show. Afterwards, some people came to me and said, this needs to be produced. And so we have a production team. We've been given a grant to proceed with one of the stages in Fort Wayne. It's getting a lot of buzz. Not that long ago when I first wrote it, Tim Conway even called me and said, this is a great show to make this happen.
Wow.
It's exciting. So we're making all the necessary moves to see this happen by the end of the year or the first of next year.
Wow.
Fantastic.
That's something. Congratulations, my friend.
Much. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, David, tell us something. Tell us about what you're doing different with your GPL at your funeral home.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just sharing that a little bit, that we're doing something different, and I won't make this the show. I don't know if I can put this up, but what we did, instead of just a small print 2 pages, we've got a 42-page booklet that Tony Colson really masterminded. But the concept was, don't do it in words, do it in pictures. So everything that you would see in the book is pictures. And then what we also did is we packaged. We did 3 packages, put everything in it, discounted it. That means casket and vault. Now the entry level, I just want to point this out, entry level vault was a Venetian by Wilbur.
Wow.
That's all we sell. Every family that comes in here buys the minimum package, and we have a Venetian vault going out here every time because it's part of the package.
Wow.
It's the color pictures, the discount, that everything's included. It's just amazing what this booklet is doing versus just having it on print on paper. And I just really wanted to take a few seconds to tell everybody out there, take the time to think about visual versus wording. People want to see, they can't think, and we don't want to read. So I could talk about that on another show because it has been huge. It's been a huge success. And just something to talk about maybe another day, but I want to share that for now and get your minds thinking about it.
I think you just hit the nail on the head about the Funeral Nation. You know what? Print, all that stuff doesn't cut it. You know, people want to watch, they want to see, they want to hear. But yeah, I do want to follow up with you on that later. I think the lightning round is here, Ryan. So you ready? Dave, we're going to put it to you. You got to answer.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
All right, David. Favorite place to party?
The Bugaloo in Aruba. Come on.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dave and I actually together in Aruba. We're international partiers.
Yeah,
That's Jeff's special place.
Yeah, it's my happy spot.
All right, biggest challenge to the funeral industry?
Oh, gosh. Finding recruits. It is just tough to find the right people to be in this business anymore.
Okay. Celebrity crush?
I'll throw out Judi Dench. Look her up.
Okay. Better than Martha Stewart.
Don't Judi Dench before.
I tell you what, Chris has won. Just I still can't even think about that. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, best dessert of all time.
It'd have to be hot chocolate chip cookies out of the oven with ice cold milk.
Ooh.
No doubt. That's my favorite.
All right, brown or black shoes with a dark suit?
Oh, no question. It's black all the way. There's no brown with black. You can't do that. I'm old fashioned, but that's class. Black on black.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. Look at the back of this shirt here. We got brown and black together. Come on.
You can't do a black shirt and brown shoes. It's not going to work.
This is a guy that's got the freaky suits on all the time, so you don't count.
Wait a minute. Look here. Black shirt, brown shoes. All right.
I didn't say you can't wear it. I say it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It works for me. You just guys, you know, you got to have a fashion style of Brian Thogmorton says something doesn't work. Really? Holy smoke. Anyway,
It's a
well,
fun
look,
talk.
David, number one, all the Funeral Nation, all the funeral directors and professionals in the country, thank you for what you did. That is a brilliant accolade. You really expanded our reach of saying, hey, we're more than one-dimensional in what we do. Secondarily, how will people find information about My Dead Clown?
Well, we're still in the upstage, but you can go to mydeadclown.com or davidrouskalp.com. Facebook page, My Dead Clown. This is a comedy, by the way, folks. It's not a scary show, and it's very pro funeral directors. So any of these sites will get you started, and they will start being activated soon, and you'll see more activity as the show progresses. So
wow,
fantastic.
Well, thanks for coming on with us. Good to see you again, my friend. We have a great history. Like I said, I hope we're both forgiven for our past sins of where we were, but there we go. All right. Take care of yourself, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being on.
A great interview. Dead clowns. I like the I mean, clowns are something that freak people out in general. So a dead clown might get people pretty excited, but very cool.
I got it. You know, in fact, I saw a cartoon the other day with some vultures eating a dead clown. You know what they said?
No. Here we go.
This tastes funny.
Uh-huh.
I'm on fire today.
You are on fire. All right, this interview segment was brought to us by Sitch Casket. If you didn't get the chance to see Sitch Casket ICCFA, make sure that you watch 2 episodes ago, 72, where we do a quick interview with Sirius Chan, the proprietor of Sitch Caskets. They are absolutely disrupting the U.S. casket market, so watch this promo.
Funeral Nation is sponsored by Sitch Casket. Finally, funeral homes don't have to wait to choose between premium quality and higher margins. Is it a Sitch Casket or one of the top U.S. brands? Only your accountant can tell the difference. Visit Sitch Casket or contact your Sitch distributor.
Okay, Mr. Commander, it's time for one of our favorite segments where we get to spotlight a funeral director who is making positive change in their community and doing something great in the funeral profession. Who's our spotlight shine on today?
The spotlight today is going to Florida to Harry Sacchetti at the Minnesota Memorial Park and Funeral Home. Now, I'll tell you that I found this and saw it today in the ICCFA magazine. It's not been posted online, but this is certainly worthy. And I just think it's fantastic. Anyway, Harry and his team earned the Keeping It Personal Most Personalized Service Award for 2017, the KIP Award. Harry and his staff, along with the family of the deceased woman, converted their funeral home into a beach oasis.
Nice.
Including, I'm just saying, bungalow. We heard that just a few minutes ago.
That's right.
Complete with lays, beach attire, and joy shared about the life lived. I encourage everyone in the Funeral Nation, get a copy of the ICCFA magazine, look at the pictures, and see what's possible for a real celebration of life. Guys, this is the lifeblood of our business. You've got to get creative. You've got to work with the families, and you've got to step out of the norm, because that's what consumers are looking for. Anyway, congratulations to Harry and his staff at Minnesota Memorial Park and Funeral Home in Florida.
Excellent. So our spotlight segment was brought to us by our good friends at Pierce Chemical.
Love me some Lance.
Let's roll that promo.
If you're looking for a fluid that provides a more natural, lifelike feel with better color, less dehydration, choose Pierce, because we are different by design.
Okay, Commander, it is time for our WTF segment, and this is where you have chosen to debut a brand new disposition method.
Yes, we have burial, we have cremation, and now we have chipper. Wood chipper.
The
That's
fertilizer.
right.
This is better than the mobile at-home BBQ cremation unit.
Dude, this is going to change our industry. You can back it up in the yard. You can come up there, take the body out of the hearse, put it through the chipper, and you got the yard fertilized. Just imagine what mine would grow like with my stuff, right?
Jeez, it'd be a big pile of
manure
and
happiness spread from everywhere.
I wonder though. So if you sprinkle ashes in your yard, it kills the grass.
Does
So if you wood chip grandma, is that going to kill the grass?
I don't know. I'm going to reach out to this funeral home and see how it's going so far.
Get a very chipper response.
Yeah, they're all broken up about it.
Shifting trends in family choices, expanding corporate ownership, rising costs. The funeral and death care industry is changing with each new year. At United Community Bank, our team of funeral and death care lending specialists understand the need for capital for acquisitions, expansions, renovations, equipment upgrades, and more. And we make the loan application process as quick and easy as possible.
We really are a community bank at heart, and we really are the bank that service built. We do have many products that are specifically designed for small business, and that really is a big focus of the bank. And that's an area that we want to continue to focus on, that we bring these unique solutions to small businesses.
United Community Bank has the industry knowledge, resources, and the team in place to help make your goals a reality.
Dude, you wear what? You got that pink on today. You got feather underwear too? Or you just been all giggly today?
Both. It's one of those days. Okay. All right, that's it. That wraps up episode 74. I don't know what the heck's going to be on 75, but it'll be good, right?
Yeah. In fact, we're going to be here in Phoenix next week for the Foresight Company's boot camp. So we'll bring in some cool stuff from there. We have lots of folks in town.
Do you put your fatigues on for that? Like, can you still get in those?
What'd you just say?
Well, you've been lifting, so I didn't know if you could still fit in your.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's what I meant.
I got your lift right here. Boy, you recovered very quickly.
That's good.
Very quickly.
I'm thinking on my feet.
Yeah, I got you. Keep on. Anyway, yeah. So I might put my fatigues on. I actually have a pair I can wear now.
Good. Stretchy pants. All right. So super excited for 75. I got to see you in your fatigues. But look, this show is exceeded our wild expectations. Jeff, we've become famous in a way. You have anyhow for your drinking and your cigar smoking. So it's pretty awesome to be able to do this every week. So make sure you're sharing, commenting below. We really want to hear from the haters. That's what I love the most. So if you hate what we're doing, please share and let everybody know how much you hate it, and comment below and tell us.
Yeah. In fact, I want you to, so I can get into a debate with you.
There you go.
All right.
All right, FNers. Until next week, have a great
afternoon. Out here.